of the Lawmen, starring the New York City Police against the Beverly Hills Cops. Playing for the Beverly Hills Cops, Detective Sergeant Walt Jordan, Detective Dennis DeCure, Detective Michaela Hines, K-9 Officer Brad Cornelius, and Sergeant Mike Corinth. Ready for action. And for New York's finest, Officer Jimmy Routes, Officer Roy Rubio, Officer Janet Helgeson, Officer Joe Tagano, and Officer Michael Mercante. On your marks, let's start the Family Feud. With the star of Family Feud, Ray Coe.
Thank you so much. Hello, Beverly Hills Police Department. Hello to New York's finest. Thank you so much for that ovation, and we thank you for tuning in all across this great land as we have a week of specials of Beverly Hills Police Department against New York's finest. Although we're excited about that, we don't want you to forget that a couple of times throughout the year we're going to have our Tournament of Champions, where our regular families are going to compete in a winner-take-all tournament where they can win over $100,000. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Don't forget that and watch on our regular show. But we're really proud to have some of the finest police officers in America on our show. Once again, will you welcome the New York Police Department. Hold up this time. Hey, Michael, how you doing, Michael?
Very good today.
You've come all the way from the Big Apple. And who did you bring with you?
I brought Janet.
Hi, Janet.
Hi,
Officer Janet.
Officer Janet. That's Officer Roy.
Officer Roy.
Of course. Officer Joe.
Hi, Officer Joe.
And Officer Jimmy down there.
Officer Jimmy. And you're all playing for a wonderful charity.
Yes, we are.
Which is?
We're playing for the Widows and Orphans Fund of the Patrolmen's Benevolent Association in New York City.
It's an excellent charity. We wish you a lot of luck. We're all street patrolmen who walk on beats in New York. Is that right?
Yeah,
Nobody's in a car?
No, we drive.
You do
We'll
drive, too?
Yes.
Boy, it's a tough job, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Tough job just like this job, but somebody's got to do it.
That's it. That's it.
And it's just as tough a job because you never know. Some of the thugs you meet,
I got to worry about them.
these guys over here,
Oh, it's rough with them.
it's rough with them, too. The Beverly Hills Cops. All right. Dennis, how are you?
I'm well, thanks.
Very, very nice to have you.
I'm glad to be here.
Now, who did you bring with you from the Beverly Hills Police Department?
Well, I brought my little friend Brad.
Your little friend, Brad.
I brought Brad to watch out for me. Brad's a canine handler.
Okay.
I brought one of my co-workers, Michaela Hines, who's also a detective.
Detective Michaela.
I brought Mike Corin, who's my boss in the detective division. He's a sergeant. And also Sergeant Walt Jordan.
So, all right, we've got some detectives and a canine unit here.
We've got a whole crew here.
You're playing for a great charity again, which is?
We're playing for the Beverly Hills Police Foundation.
Which is for needy people of the police department when
It's,
things and tragedies strike?
Exactly. It's a fund that was created to assist the family members of the department in the event of any kind of a catastrophic incident.
Well, I'll tell you what. We certainly hope that somebody takes that $10,000. We love giving that cash away, but to get that chance, what do you have to do? Play the Feud! Let's go, Michael. New York fight. First team to 300 is going to play for the 10,000. Good luck. We ask 100 people this question. We put the top 5 answers on the board. You try to give me the most popular answer. Name something you always run out of when you're sick. Dennis.
Cough medicine.
How about cough medicine?
All right, come on.
Number 2, one answer is more popular. Michael, something you always run out of when you're sick.
What about tissues?
What about tissues?
Kleenex.
Number 1. Oh, think of a steal, man. Think of a steal. New York is taking it to them. Janet, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
That's really good. Good to see you.
Too.
Now, what would you do? What would you do if you caught me speeding in New York?
In New York?
In New York. If you caught me speeding, how would you treat me?
In your car?
In my car.
I'd ask you to get out of your car.
Ask me to get out of my car. I get out of my car.
I'd ask you to put your hand on the hood.
Wait a minute.
Yeah!
I've never seen these outside the bedroom. This is an unbelievable thing. That's the first thing. Now, how do you actually handcuff a man, Janet? Would you step out here and show me now? You've got me partially handcuffed. Now, if you got one hand on me like this...
Oh, I have you backwards.
Oh, wait a minute, Janet! We can talk about this. Hey, wait a minute. Janet. Now, wait a minute. Janet? Ooh, Janet.
If you didn't move
Janet!
Don't fight.
Okay, no problem, Janet. Just get back in your place, if you would, please. All right, here we go. All right, now, Janet, nothing can stop me from doing my job. I'm like a postman. Name something you always run out of when you're sick.
I hope you got the keys for these.
Keys? Keys?
Real funny, Janet.
A pipe, then. A pipe pen?
Go ahead, give me a question. Give me the answer.
Okay.
Something you always run out of when you're sick.
How about, patience?
You run out of patience?
Yeah.
Let me see. Patience. There it is. All right. Roy, it's a pleasure to have you on the show, my friend.
Okay.
Name something you always run out of when you're sick.
They said cough medicine, right? Yeah.
They did say, they said cough medicine.
Oh, okay. How about money for the doctor?
Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah, if you're sick, it could be money for the doctor. One strike. Joe, it's a pleasure to see you. Ouch, ouch, ouch. You just don't shake hands.
Ed Sullivan, Ray.
I look like Ed Sullivan?
Really big shoe.
We have a really big show. Maybe that's the secret. Ed was handcuffed all those years. All right, Joe, give me an answer. Something you always run out of when you're sick.
Well, I'd say you can't get to the store, so maybe you run out of milk.
Good answer!
Right, Joe, I'm sure it's there. Show me milk. Jimmy. All right, Jimmy. Give me some skin, man.
You got
Easy.
it.
All right. Oh, you know, when you pull on these, they get tighter?
That's the objective.
That is the objective?
Sure.
To torture the prisoner?
Not exactly.
All right, Jimmy. What is that thing when you put a prisoner in the car like this and you got their hands behind their back like this and there's a screen between you and them and they've been giving you trouble and their hands are behind their back and you speed the car up to 50 and then you slam on the brakes? What do you call that? A screen test?
Yeah.
You never did that, huh?
No, never.
Never done that. Oh, okay, Jimmy. Something you always run out of when you're sick.
Something you always run out of when you're sick.
We've got 2 answers on the board. They're going to try to steal if you don't give me one of the answers. 3 seconds.
Time. I don't
You
know.
run out of time. That's when you're dead, Jimmy. That's when you're dead.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You're really sick. Show me to stay alive. You run out of time. No! Beverly Hills Cops. You can steal the bank if you can name something you run out of when you're sick. Walt?
Food.
He says food. Mike?
Tea, juice.
Tea, juice. All right, that's 2.
Sick time.
Run out of sick time. Oh, all right. Thinking like a police officer. Brad?
That's what I was going to say, Ray.
Okay. Dennis?
Beverages.
Run out of beverages.
Beverages. Liquids.
Specifically.
What do you
Colas. Colas, they said. He said specifically
You gotta
colas.
drink those liquids when you're sick.
If colas are there, the Beverly Hills Cops have stolen the bank from New York's finest. If not, the NYPD have that bank. Show me colas. Yes, sir! You got it, Beverly Hills Cops. But there is one answer. There's one answer that we did not know, and it was number 3. Choose. Who said that? Brad said that. Well, the feud's begun, but there's a lot more fun after these messages, and I'm going to try to get out of these hands. Don't go away. There is a lot more fun.